How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to program your handheld GMRS radios using the Chirp programming software. I'm going to be using the Baofeng UV5G for demonstration purposes. This is the mini edition of the UV5G series, but I will let you know the good news is that Chirp supports all of the handheld Baofeng radios for GMRS as of today, as well as I believe most of the handheld GMRS radios manufactured by Radioddity. So Chirp is a very well supported program and actually makes things pretty easy when it comes to programming a whole bunch of these radios at once. So I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide, and we're going to get started first by talking about the USB data cable that comes with these radios. So when you purchase one of these radios, you're going to get a USB cable, at least most of the time. I have actually had some radios not come with a programming cable. However, not all of these cables are created equal. If you look at these two cables, yes, they are both USB cables. One is kind of just a vanilla black, and the other one has a silver bevel with the Baofeng text or logo in the middle. Obviously, the one that's more generic actually does not work anymore, and that's because there are special chips on these that make these work and allow your computer and your handheld radio to communicate with each other. And the manufacturer doesn't want people creating fakes anymore, and so they've updated the drivers to make sure they're no longer compatible with some of these fake adapters. These knockoff adapters are being shipped with some of these radios, especially some of the Radioddity radios, so you've got to be careful and find out exactly what cable you have. Otherwise, you're going to get errors when you start programming your handheld radios with Chirp. So with that said, with the USB cable, it really is a matter of plugging the USB cable into a USB port on your computer. And again, I'm going to be using Windows 11 for this demonstration. And then you plug the other end of the cable into the Kenwood port of your radio. That's going to be the side port. It looks like two audio jacks side by side. So see if I can get you a better view here. You plug it right into there, and then you should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And then what we're going to do is head over to the computer and get Chirp up and running on the computer. I've already installed it, but I'm going to provide links as to where you can go and download the latest versions. You're going to want to be careful with finding various links on the internet, because a lot of times these open source programs or these freeware programs are provided with download links on malicious websites. It makes it look like an official site, but it's not really the official site, right? And so I'm going to be providing you a link to the official Chirp website so that you can make sure you're getting an authentic version of the Chirp programming software. So with that said, let's hop over to my screen, get things plugged up, and we'll show you how to program these radios with Chirp. So what we need to do first is download the Chirp programming software, and you can do this by visiting chirpmyradio.com. That is the safest way to get to the official download for the Chirp programming software. You scroll down a little bit on this page, you're going to see the download link, which is going to take you to the index of the downloadable software for Chirp. And you can see here the highlighted download, or the highlighted file here, is the one you're going to want for the Windows installation. So we'll click that, and that's going to download the installer into your downloads folder, at which point you can right click or double click and you can open and start the installation process. So once you're done downloading the Chirp installation software and installing it, you can open up the Chirp software. Remember, you need to already have your radio plugged in with the USB cable to your computer and have the radio powered on. So now we're going to go ahead to the Start menu, and we're going to search for Chirp. And here's the Chirp app. We're going to click that, and it's going to pop open this window, this welcome window here. I'm going to go ahead and maximize this. And they make it pretty easy. They have pretty good instructions right from the beginning here. To get started, you can open up a file in the File menu or download a configuration for a radio from the Radio menu. So we're going to go to the Radio menu, and we're going to say Download from Radio, okay? And so what port is this going to be? This is the USB port. This is going to show the USB cable that you plugged into your computer. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop this down, and you'll see here COM3 PL2303 TA do not support Windows 11 or later, and that's because I plugged in that generic cable that I was showing you earlier, and I wanted to show you what it's going to say when you plug that cable in. Now, communications port 1 is built into my computer. And honestly, if you're not sure, if you don't get this and you did plug in an official cable, the way you can tell which COM port to use is to actually unplug the USB from your computer and restart this program and make a note of all the COM ports that show up. That way, when you plug in the USB cable and come back to this menu, you'll see the new one that's been added. In this case, COM3, which is not supported. So now what I need to do is power down the radio and swap out cables so that we have an officially supported cable. So now that I've swapped cables out to the correct cable, I can go ahead and open up the Chirp programming software again. Chirp, if I can type correctly. Click the icon, it's going to pop back up to this welcome menu. And at this point, we can actually download all the settings and get an actual clone of everything that's on the radio. We can go to radio, download from radio, and you can see here now that the correct USB serial cable is used because there's no error or warning or anything like that. So that's good. I already selected that. I've already been playing with Chirp. Obviously, I use Chirp all the time, so it's got my radios already in here. But there's a drop down here with all these different kinds of manufacturers and companies that make various radios. And this is not just for GRMS. This is for ham radios, you name it, right? A whole bunch of different stuff. I'm making sure I'm selecting the correct make and model. The driver is beta. It's a little bit of a warning here, and that's because the UV5G Mini is a very new radio for Baofeng. This is one of their newer radios from 2025. But I'm going to go ahead and say yes here. I accept the risk. Once we download a clone, we're going to go ahead and save that as an image. That way we have kind of a starting point to revert back to if we need to, if we mess up any of the changes. So I'm going to say yes here. And then at this point, it should start communicating with the radio. I clicked OK, and then it's basically giving you some extra instructions. Turn off your radio, connect your interface cable, turn the radio back on, and then do the download, which basically means click OK. So I've already got powered on and connected, so I'm just going to go ahead and click OK, and you can see here that the cloning has started. And then once this is done, we can actually save these settings to a file, and we can restore these later if we mess something up. So now we have here the Baofeng UV5G Mini.image file. And I'm going to go ahead and say File, Save. I'm going to just hit the Save button. And now we have a backup copy of the cloned settings from the Baofeng UV5G Mini. Now, right away, we're presented with this tab here for all the frequencies that are on the radio already, which are 30 pre-programmed frequencies for GMRS and FRS. And right here, we have the repeater set of channels, which are 23 through 29. And you can tell because of the plus 5 kilohertz offset on these channels. And then there's a whole bunch of other settings up here, which we're not going to dive into every single one of these. I'm just going to show you the basics on how to change the name and make some various changes to the settings, which is what we're going to look at now. So in here, in the settings tab, this is where, if you remember from the programming videos that I did on the UV5G Mini or some of the other handheld GMRS radios, we turned off things like the beep, we turned off the voice prompt, right? Some of those annoying things that we just don't like about the radio. And then you can make all the generic changes in here. You can even change between frequency mode and channel mode here, depending on what you are doing. And then, of course, any of the other changes that you want. Something else you'll probably be interested in is the display. So some people don't like the frequency being displayed on their device. They actually want to show either the channel or a custom name. If you don't have a name programmed in, you can select channel number and it'll actually display the channel instead of the frequency. However, we can actually set custom names for the channels for our GMRS handheld radios if we want to change them to something that makes more sense to us. So let's do that real quick as a quick and dirty example on how to use the software. So I'm going to go back over to the Memories tab, and we use channel 18 here at the cabin. So I'm just going to call this cabin 1. And then we use channel 22 as a backup, or our secondary channel. So I'll just say cabin 1 and cabin 2. And again, this is just an example to show you how to actually use Chirp and to save the settings back to the radio and pull settings off the radio. So we've made that change there. We go back over to settings here, and we're actually going to change the display to name as well. Now that we have a a memory bank with the actual name programmed into it. And that's basically it. Now what we can do is go up to radio and say upload to radio. And we click that, and then we make sure that our serial port's still selected. Obviously the vendor and model are locked in because that is the configuration that we have loaded. And then we click OK. Then again, we have this prompt, make sure your radio is turned on and connected to the computer and all that. Click OK again. And now we're cloning to the radio. And so now at this point, the radio will be reset with all the configuration and changes you made within Chirp. So think of Chirp as kind of a holding point for all the settings of your radio. So you make any changes and you upload all those changes back to your radio. Now, if we look at our radio, you can see that I have cabin 1 selected, and that is the name that is displayed on the radio instead of just a channel number or a frequency. So now what we can do is add a privacy code to our cabin 1 and cabin 2 channels. So what I'm going to do is go up here and select the row for channel 18. And the tone mode I'm going to want is TSQL. That means it's going to have a transmit and receive tone. And then over here in tone squelch column, that is the value that's going to be selected for the TSQL option. So what I'm going to do is double click that and select the one tone that we do use, which is 69.3. And then I'm going to do the same thing for cabin 2. Cabin 2 is TSQL, and we use a different tone of 110.9. And then we can go to radio and upload to radio. Okay. And this is, again, writing all the settings that we've made back to the radio again. And now we can check our radio and confirm that those tones are set for those particular frequencies. So now at this point, you have the option to program all your other Baofeng UV5G minis with these exact same settings. All you got to do is unplug your Baofeng UV5G mini or whatever handheld GMRS radio you're using, plug in another of the same radio manufacturer and model, plug that in and power it on, and then you should be able to just go to radio, upload to radio, and you just continue to do that for each of the same radios that you have. And so we've programmed this Baofeng UV5G Mini with the Chirp programming software, and that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.